Lynn and I sort of ring true a bit with you, won't Angel, mate? But some people thought he was a devil, and that was George Quaid and a number of politicians who had good reason to. You know, Greg undoubtedly was a brilliant man, and for the years that I worked with him in Stark, he was a great friend and colleague. And I've got many, many great memories of late nights with Greg poring over documents, and the way he could pick out one little line and turn it into a week of press releases was just remarkable. And there's no doubt that we wouldn't be here if he wasn't part of the team that all of us were part of. Gerhardt, Noel, all the Twiz people, myself. You know, it was quite a remarkable time. My first memory of Greg, he moved here not too long before I did, and Corrine Jerd from the Wilderness Society had come up. We were having the launch of the branch to recruit volunteers and stuff, and this big fella was sitting in the back row just with this scowl on his face looking mean. I thought he was a bloody developer or something, sitting up the back spying, you know, being a bit paranoid at the time.
He never looked like he was in here.
Anyway, at the end of the talk, Corrine says, "Miss, he's your strategist," right? And she had dealings with him. And we come up to Greg and he goes, "Fuck." He goes, "You know, I escaped you guys in Tasmania. I looked for the furthest point on the map away from a Wilderness Society branch, and I moved there, and a couple of months later you're here." And
it's a common story, actually.
and anyway, next day, 4 o'clock, he finishes work and is banging on the door, you know. And suddenly my job went from 9 to 5 to 9 to midnight, you know. And you know, the thing that impresses me with people like Greg is, you know, a lot of people talk and complain and whinge about the world and you know, sit there and worry about what's happening on Neighbours and, you know, all those sorts of things. But Greg's one of those guys that actually gets off his ass and does stuff.
He'd beat me up if I ever even watched an episode.
And he would take on all comers, you know, and he was crucial as I think the whole branch up here was in really confronting the environment movement on Indigenous rights. And, you know, last night the hospitality that we were shown by you all, the Nailers and Noel and Gerhardt and all the TAs that were here, just reconfirms how right that path has been, you know. And I think that's all I've got to say, but I think we're all going to miss Greg, and he really was quite a remarkable person. And watch out, the developers on whatever planet he's heading for, because he's never going to stop.
I think